Hello friends, we are going to start our new topic, that is inheritance in C++. Inheritance is one of the important concepts in object-oriented programming. What is meant by inheritance? Inheritance is nothing but you are going to inherit some properties and functionality from one class into another class. It means that it is a mechanism of deriving a new class from existing class is called as inheritance. So what is the advantage of inheritance? One of the important advantage is a code reusability. That means we are going to reuse the same code from parent class to child class. So here, as we discussed, that it is a mechanism of deriving a new class from existing class. So existing class is also known as a base class or parent class or superclass, whereas a new class is called as derived class or child class or subclass. The syntax of inheritance in C++ is like this. Here it is class name, so the derived class name which you have to create, colon is a symbol which is used to inherit the class in a C++, then access specifier, that may be public, private or protected, and then base class name, the base class from which class you want to inherit some properties. There are four types of inheritance in C++. The first type is single inheritance, second is multiple inheritance, third is multi-level inheritance, and fourth one is hybrid inheritance. Let's see one by one. The first point or first type of inheritance is a single inheritance, where we have one base class, and from that one base class we are going to create one derived class. That means our derived class is going to have some properties or functionality from single base class, which is called as single inheritance. The second type which we are going to discuss is a multiple inheritance. As you can see in this diagram, we have more than one base class, and from these three base classes we are going to create one derived class. That means this derived class is going to take some properties from class 1, base class 2 or and base class 3. Third type of inheritance is a multi-level inheritance. So multi-level inheritance means what? We have different levels of classes. So here in this example we have three classes, class A, class B and class C. The first class A, which is the base class for class B. Then second class B, which is derived from A and which acts as a base class for class C. And the last one is class C, which is derived from class B. This means you are going to inherit some properties from A and B inside a C. And fourth type of inheritance is hybrid inheritance. Hybrid inheritance means we are going to use multiple type of inheritance in a single example. Here you can see class A and class B, and you are going to derive class D from class B and class C. So derived class may inherit some properties from A, B and C. So here you can see multi-level inheritance as well as multiple inheritance and a single inheritance, so that it is called as hybrid inheritance. Now let's see the example of single inheritance. Here in this example we have two classes. One class is base class and another class is derived class. So the base class is consisting of data member x, that is integer x, and one function void getData, which is going to take value for integer x. The next class, that is derived class, so class derive colon, public is access specifier, and this is the name of your base class. So here our base class name is base, so I am writing base here. Here we have one data member and two member functions in the derived class. So integer y is a one data member and member functions are read data and product, where read data is going to take value for y and void product is a function which is going to display multiplication of x and y here. Now this is base class, this is derived class, and this is your main function in a program. Here we have to create object of a derived class. So derive d is our object. By using that object we are going to access data from base class as well as derived class. Here you can see d dot get data. So the get data is a function which is from base class. We can access that function. Then d dot read data, d dot product is a function which is present inside the derived class. And this is end of your program. And this will be your output. Let's perform this program. So I have already written this program. Here you can see this is your base class. We have one data member and member function. In derived class we have integer y and two functions read data and product. And this is our main function. You can see we have created an object of derived class, and by using that object we are going to access function from base class as well as function from derived class. Here I am going to compile this program. Yes, there is no error, and then run. So here I have to enter value for x, then value for y, and it will do the multiplication of these two values. This is one of the example of single inheritance.